Hi, welcome back to Dynamic Homeschool. In this video, I want to talk about socialization because it is a huge topic when you're talking about homeschooling. It is probably the #1 question that is asked, or why you should send your kids to public school. So stay tuned and we'll talk about it. Socialization is such a hot topic within public school when it comes to homeschooling, and such a valid concern. But I would argue that homeschoolers are far more socialized than public school students because socialization doesn't just happen inside of the building at public school. It happens because there's other people around, and homeschoolers are not just sitting at home only teaching and never leaving their house. We are doing life, but we just have more time to do life, to get our oil changes, to grocery shop, and our kids are with us. And so they get to see us interact with other adults. They get to interact with other adults, other children at different events. They just have a diverse socialization as adults, and I would say far better socialization opportunities. I would say that homeschoolers have better self-esteem and self-confidence because they are surrounded by their parents, by us, and we are constantly encouraging them and giving them the words of affirmation that they are good enough, they have a great personality, people are just as nervous as they are, they're just people. So we have a very big presence within homeschoolers because we're the ones primarily raising them. They're with us a majority of the time. I would say, like I said earlier, that homeschoolers have a wide variety of socialization opportunities because they're doing with life with us as adults. Look at all the things that we have to do to take care of us, our children, our house, our cars, and so they get to see that and meet everybody within that realm when we're doing it. I would also say that homeschoolers have more energy to deal with those social interactions and put their best foot forward because they're not sitting inside of a room for 8 or 9 hours a day and then come home and it was all forced socialization. So with homeschoolers, they get to put their best foot forward. They get to learn what is societally normal, what people are really looking for, what people are not looking for, how to act. I would say that public school students, because they are there for so long, that after a couple weeks, they forget how to act and they forget that some of their behavior is not appropriate for society. And then they go out into the world and just say, well, deal with it. And that's just not normal. With homeschoolers, we as their parents, because we're there majority of the time, can redirect that and remind them that that's not how we behave, because we are trying to instill and have more opportunities to instill those values and morals. I would say that homeschoolers also learn how to build friendships better than public school students because they learn from very beginning that we have to actively make a choice to give up our time to build friendships. We also learn what time we're willing to give up for who, compared to in public school, your friends just show up regardless whether they want to or not, and you are forced to either interact and see them, and you're not having to give anything up because somebody's already dictated that this amount of time is you're going to be there to socialize with them. As homeschoolers, they're learning from a very early age, depending on when you start, that it's work to make friends, and you do have to give up some of your fun time to build that relationship. I would also say that homeschoolers learn that there are friends for a season and friends for a reason. And I think that goes back to giving up your time and realizing who you're going to keep around you. So if you are encountering problems with socialization, I would encourage you to create a meetup or create a group. Here at our base, our meetup group was not very active, and I didn't see the point in me complaining about it and being like, why isn't there just groups? I just started it. I started with another friend. We had the same idea and we began, and we just created monthly meetups or weekly meetups. And there are people out there who are also looking for friends as well, who are new to the area, who have the same interests. I would say join some extracurriculars if you have the money to do that, or maybe if you have a passion for something and you're willing to learn, create that group of an extracurricular for another homeschool family. I would also say, because our kids are in an electronic diverse world, that you could leverage the online community, because there is variety of interests out there. For example, my daughter is into D&D. There is online D&D. She's meeting people and socializing with other people within that realm, and I'm sure that they talk about some personal things, and she's learning how to manage her words because they're not seeing face to face. But an online community also is a great resource for building for socialization. If you have any questions or you would disagree, put them down below. I would love to hear your opinion. I will make another video. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but happy homeschooling.